Howdy folks, this is Checkers, and we are running down the hill again, which means this must be episode 4 of Kingdom Come Deliverance. And yes, we are trying to flee attackers from behind to find ourselves a horse to be killed upon. Remember, ride Serpentine. We've been riding Serpentine, hasn't worked out quite well for us. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky this particular time and we'll be able to ride away. If not, well, yes, thank you. Horse riding. We've actually had practice with it, funnily enough. And here we go. Back to the horse with the strange bridle there, and go horsey. Okay, I'll try and keep an eye on our horse's stamina. Actually, probably best not to blow it here before the cutscene. We'll save it up now, and then we'll try and do a little bit better after the cutscene. Stand by for arrow in the knee / thigh. He's an adventurer. Get him in the knee. I shot too high. I shot too high. And from a dead stop, we go once more. Serpentine. Serpentining horse. Go Serpentine. Go horsey. So I wasn't doing gallop fast enough.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
Yes, thank you. Oh, let's try not to fall off the horse. Run. Run, peasants.
Run for it.
The archers of doom lie behind us. Okay, going to take a break. Just do the non-stamina gallop here. We got farther this time. Okay, time to go back to the faster gallop there, horsey, and serpentine. Serpentine as best we can. You there, peasant. You don't really want to be in our way. I'm going somewhere. I can't remember where. We'll just follow the A. Seriously, these guys are persistent. So we're still bleeding from that shot to the knee, too. But at least we've gotten farther.
Run for it!
Yep, run. Everybody run. Horse run, we run. Flowers, stream, trees, you all run too. You guys, with the archer and the arrows and stuff, you could stop running. That'd be okay with me. Yes, I know, horsey. Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to do the... try and save your stamina. That's not working. Sorry, horsey, you gotta go again. I think we may have at least reached cutscene. There we go.
Oh my God! Wait! Jesus Christ!
Do something!
Yes, good answer. Do something.
Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
All right. Well. Oh.
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
I'm the reason you're closing the gate. I'm pretty sure you can hang off for a minute. There's that kid again with an arrow in his leg.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages.
Right on.
Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
My name is Inigo Montoya.
They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
And cue blackout. How'd I know?
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Hey, where'd the sword go? I had the cool sword. Oh, tired puppy.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe.
Pretty sure you would be.
What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Dog's like, we're just gonna sleep here. It'll be cool. We've discovered Talmberg.
Damn it, I'm hungry.
Am I supposed to be... Where'd our guy go? There he is. I guess we can talk to him.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes.
Please tell me what happened in Skalitz. I have a kin there.
Well, it was pretty awful. And they torched Rovna on their way.
It seemed like any other day. And then I saw thick smoke rising above the hamlet of Rovna. Soon, Sigismund's army were finished there and came for us. The order to attack must have come even before the alarm bell rang.
God preserve us.
I fled to the castle, but my parents were killed.
We all ran towards the castle for shelter, but they were too fast for us. They slaughtered everyone they caught and torched their houses. I barely escaped, and they killed me. They murdered my parents.
God bless you, boy. I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
Okay, well, I'm a bit woozy and you're a bit fuzzy, so I think I'm going to take a look at the map and see. Ah, pretzel. I have to admit I did not recognize that symbol. Follow the pretzel, Henry. Follow the pretzel. And the shiny guy. Oh, the shiny guy is leading us to the pretzels. Good man, shiny guy.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear. Aren't you, young master?
Yes, ma'am.
Here you
And I
are,
love
then.
pretzels.
Eat your fill.
Even
And a
liquid
little wine
pretzels.
to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
And even red liquid pretzels.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the outer bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
Dobranoc.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Yes, sir. Boots off before bed, aye. Get to the kitchen. We have completed and found the baker. It's not wise to ignore hunger. The longer Henry doesn't eat, the weaker he gets. If he fasts long enough, he can even die. Different foods have different properties, e.g. an apple won't fill you up like a roast duck, but it will stay fresh for longer. Some foods can be more effective for healing. And here is our lentil mash. Oh, we still need to eat that. Lentil mash. Nourishment. Correct me if I'm wrong, but our nourishment didn't change from 9. Let's try the lentil soup. There we go. There's at least something. And we have a bread roll. And some cheese. And some more cheese. Okay, well, there's that. Hey, we got to keep the arrow. And another one. Lucky us. Now, let's see. You learned food. Go food. Bread roll. And roast duck. Roast duck, you say? Okay, well, let's try that out. If I was roast duck, where would I hide? Right there. Oh, that is some serious nourishment. And a little bread roll. And I think another... Whoa, boy. Okay, Henry. Let's get you another piece of roast duck before you crash. Nourishment 103, that's got to be good. Speech is down. Okay, you've eaten too much. You won't get hungry for much longer, but you'll be heavy-handed and clumsy until you digest everything.
Skalitz. How did you manage that?
Well, it's a great story. But it was awful. And they torched Rovna on the
It
way.
seemed like any other day. and then I saw thick smoke rising above the hamlet of Rovna. Soon, Sigismund's army were finished there and came for us. The order to attack must have come even before the alarm bell rang.
God preserve us.
So we're just saying the same things, but I guess we're getting practice. I fled to the castle, but my parents were killed.
We all ran towards the castle for shelter, but they were too fast for us. They slaughtered everyone they caught and torched their houses. I barely escaped, and they killed me. They murdered my parents.
God bless you, boy. I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
That's okay. You remind me of Bianca, though. Okay, someone should really point me.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm wounded and not smart. So, have a little mercy on me there. Go to the Courtyard Lodge. Well, if I was a Courtyard Lodge, would I be this? No. No, I would not. Okay. Look. Henry's about to keel over. And, hi guys, just looking for the Courtyard Lodge. Maybe a Starbucks. No? Okay. How about this? If you are tired, sit on it to launch sleep. And then, how long do we want to sleep for? That did not... Oh, here we go. It's 8 o'clock. How does this... Let's sleep for 10 hours. Sure. And then something will happen anyway. The army's gonna come, right? Because if we could get here that fast.
Patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
Oh, Henry, be careful.
It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. To let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal.
Eyes up, Henry.
I know what it is to be left alone in the world. Although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Okay. Sure. We can tell the story of the raid.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
I went to the tavern for ale and met my sweetheart Bianca there.
I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig.
Me and Father talked about life.
Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only he'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
I saw smoke on the horizon.
I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
The Skalitz folk fled to the castle for cover.
The gate to the castle was open. The bells and horns sounded the alarm, and the villagers ran to the castle to take cover. They were carrying the few possessions they could grab in haste, and I saw the terror in their eyes.
I can't even imagine how awful it must have been.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
The Cumans were plundering the village.
I wasn't safe yet. The Cumans were going from house to house below the castle, looting and then torching them. They encircled the castle, and it was clear they could spot me at any moment.
May God punish them.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her.
I wanted to help the milkmaid, but I couldn't.
I wanted to help her. God knows I wanted to, but... Even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzig, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king, and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone, and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Harvel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Good night. That went very well. You learned women in the Middle Ages. Uh-oh.
Move in, people! Come on! Come on! We're running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back! Henry, help us!
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
I think that was all you, Henry. We once again learned
Wake
women
up.
in the Middle Ages.
You don't want to miss this.
Alrighty.
What's happening? Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Come on, Henry. This is not the time and place to be lazy in the morning. Go to the battlements via the gateway stairs. What on earth? The gateway stairs.
Sigismund's hired himself a mob of foreign mercenaries. They don't know this country like we do. We could hide out somewhere until it blows
Time to join forces.
Aye, you might be right. For sure, Sigismund ain't no fool.
Okay. Where exactly are we going?
Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for attack. Quickly, do you understand?
Here comes the rain again. Okay, look at the rain on the ground. That's awesome. Sorry. Lord, everyone. Can I peek out the battlement there, guys? Yep, it's raining out there too. I can confirm. It's raining out there too. You guys all have different helmets. You look like you're wearing a hubcap. Okay. I'm here. What's going on?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Divish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And Sir Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Yep, that was worth waking up for. Thanks, Shiny. Oh, this isn't good.
Who goes there?
This isn't
Newsom
good.
and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Ansig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Rattay. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will, and good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Rattay now.
You learned the Battle of Nicopolis.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Kapla. Okay, so I think we...
Henry, I need to have a word with you.
Yes, Sir Robard, but we are going to stop this episode here, and we will pick up again next time. For the moment, I would like to say thank you for watching. I hope you found the video entertaining and maybe just a little informative. I would like to invite you to subscribe, like, and share if you so desire, and to ask you, above all,
Henry,
to please
I need to have a word with you.
take care.